Brief was to look at some brand case studies. You know, what have we done? What are we doing? What's live that may be of interest to you? I brought some of that. Some of it's confidential, but I brought it anyway. And then some new functionality which has launched in the last few weeks that we're constantly looking at ways of engaging our audience. And then for those of you who want to stay at the end, a demo if you want it. If you know it, great. Some Q&A. Right. First and foremost, what is Last.fm? For those users that put their hands up, I'm sure you'll be aware, but I'm just going to kind of go through it in 3 key stages. 1, music, obvious. 2, community, not so obvious. 3, experience. Let me go through each one individually. We have 70 million tracks in our database, 12 million artists. At any one point, any second, 600 tracks hit our database. Because we're not just a streaming service, we are also a music aggregator as well. We make sense of that chaos. You plug your iPod in because you want to know what songs you've listened to over the last 2 months. It'll pull that data. So 600 tracks from all our users worldwide are coming in. And that gives us our charts, so you can see what songs Madrid are listening to, what songs Sydney are listening to, and that's all the data that are coming in. Also, we stream 450,000 hours of music every 24 hours. So the experience is also there. Music's obviously key to what we do. In terms of a community, we have 200,000 wikis, and you have an ability, if you know an artist very well, to update that in the same way as Wikipedia. We have 20 million tags, so you can tag a song as you see fit. There are 10,000 groups, all purporting to love something or someone, or not, as the case may be. And there are over 500,000 events listed. If you want to find an event in any city of the world, we believe, although we can't actually work this out for truth, that we have one of the largest databases of live events on the planet. So please check it out and test us. And experience, in terms of how all this experience works through, social currency is absolutely key here to this kind of Generation Y, who are our fundamental audience. You know, they take this chart, what they've been doing, what they've been listening to, this new artist they found, and shove it onto Facebook, onto Bebo, onto MySpace. It's their badge. It's unique. You know, you only listen to what you listen to in the way you listen to it. And they love doing that. That's why our widgets work so well, and that's why we met. The blogs, the shouts. For instance, we've been running an ad recently for Apple, and the song that's in the Apple ad is now on our hype chart. People have been going, what is it, what is it? And it flows through, all driven by the community. And we're global. We've kind of lost track of what countries we're in. 220 overall. There's a long tail of countries, as you would expect. And we're in 12 local languages. It's a great resource for the people in those countries, as you can see. And we got 26 million page views in the UK from just under 2 million. Overall, globally, we've got 25 million plus users. Who are they? This is the key question everyone keeps asking. I will spend about 35 seconds on this chart. Any questions, please ask at the end. They're tech savvy. They're the early adopters in that book, The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. They're the mavens. They talk about things. They want to be first in their group. They want to talk about them to their group and say, I've got this product, it's great. They're influencers. They influence their group. They'll walk into the pub and say, you've got to buy this, it's brilliant. Or they talk about something, or they'll evangelize something. They're Generation Y, I think I've already mentioned that. Actually, this chart, you probably can't see, a top right-hand corner, came from Universal McCann, who have their WAVE research, which they conduct every year. We have the highest indexing 16 to 34-year-old audience on the web. Not for sheer numbers, just for index. It's a fantastic audience. And, you know, this generation, they do still buy music. It's quite astonishing. Everyone says, oh, they're nicking music left, right, and center. They still buy, which is a kind of conventional thinking turned on its head. So, brand studies. We've worked with a lot of brands, including Mini, which I know comes out of this agency as well, but I'm not going to talk about that. I want to talk about Converse, which is a US-centric brand study. I want to talk about Motorola, which is a global brand study, and then a couple of interesting targeting and creative ideas at the end, including your very own Churchill. So Converse launched in 1917 and actually aligned very much with basketball and sport, as you probably know. And in fact, was it the first ever celebrity endorsement with Chuck Taylor? discuss. But music's always been at the core of that brand, and actually they found themselves that people are very connected to the Converse brand. So they came to us last year and said, we want to kind of integrate the Converse brand into your site. How? They said that they wanted permission-based communication and relationship, which I know a lot of people use. They wanted to allow users in to react and interact with the brand and not just push and not be interruptive the whole time. But the holy grail for them, which is easy to say, was we want something bespoke. We said, oh, good. They have a lot of people who are connected to the brand. They know where they are, they send their messages on their site, they walk into the shops, they buy their product. They get lots of emails saying, can we have this color, can we have this design? Actually, I think now the site allows you to customize your shoes as you see fit. 3, 2, 1.